Nintendo recently announced the sequel to Nintendo Switch Sports, and I am extremely conflicted on it. So I figured I'd make a video giving my 2 cents on it as someone that has a lot of experience with the original game that came out in 2022. And just a quick note on that game left a lot to be desired. It was really bare bones. The repetitive gameplay loop of coming back and playing online just to unlock a few cosmetics was not appealing, and Nintendo also stripped Switch Sports of a lot of the cult classic modes that made the original games on the Wii so special, specifically the 100-pin mode, which for the life of me, I will never understand why that was not in the game. But regardless, they've announced a sequel, and we can only really hope that they have learned their mistakes and are making something that is way better. They are already listening and bringing back Woohoo Island, which, let's just touch on that because the Woohoo Island looks a lot different than it did back in Wii Sports Resort. And honestly, I don't think it's that bad. I think that they were gonna have to make some redesigns anyway, especially when they are bringing back the sports mates and whatnot, because it doesn't really make much sense to have the original Wii Sports Island, especially if they're not utilizing all of it, like the castle, for example. I don't think they're adding any Chambara mode or anything like that, so there is no reason to really have that. But it is good to see Woohoo Island upscaled, not just to HD, but we will be seeing it in 4K, as this is a Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive, which I was extremely happy about, because Nintendo likes to do this thing where they will cross-release different stuff. Like Legend ZA was a Switch 1 game that was upscaled to the Switch 2. Switch Sports Resort has no asterisk. We are getting a full experience here, which is awesome because we spent so much money on this console, but that's not what this video is about. But regardless, let's go over the 12 different sports in Switch Sports Resort and just kind of see if they are going to be good or if they're going to be kind of meh. So the first one is archery, which is making a return from Wii Sports Resort, and oh boy, I gotta be honest with you, I'm excited to try this out because the original Wii game, I remember playing archery and it was extremely finicky. The motion controls really did not translate well in this specific sport. In my personal opinion, it really wasn't the greatest, so if they can nail down, if the Switch 2 Joy-Cons are as good as advertised, I think archery could be a lot of fun. It would be nice if we could have a bunch of different modes and locations, and perhaps maybe some archery in the volcano. That would be phenomenal. But yeah, archery is looking to be on the up and up. I think that's going to be really fun. Boxing makes its return finally. Hopefully it's going to be better than what we saw in Wii Sports Club. I actually played that game. I think that game literally sold less than 1 million copies. So I don't blame you if you don't know what it is. But for those that didn't play it, boxing in Wii Sports Club was absolute garbage. It was terrible. But it looks like it's going to be infinitely better in Switch Sports Resort, and the fact that it's on the island is going to be really fun to do. I think, oh man, it's just going to be so good, man. It's going to be so good. Table tennis. This is coming back from Wii Sports Resort, and honestly, I think they should just call it ping pong, because that's kind of literally what it is. But I thought that this was a very, very nice mode in the original Wii Sports, and I'm extremely happy to see it here. Of course, you have tennis, volleyball, bowling, all of that. Like, I don't really have much to say other than, like, I hope they add just a little bit more. The gameplay in the trailer did not look too high on tennis or volleyball. It really didn't look like much had changed, and that is a very big concern heading into the launch, because if the game doesn't look, if it doesn't change those modes, then it is definitely going to be a rough time, because people are just going to be like, why don't you play the original Switch Sports? You want to upgrade to this game. You want the 18 million people that bought the original Switch Sports to buy Resort. So if you're just kind of recycling and repackaging the sports from that game, then it's going to be a rough time. Specifically with tennis, it would be nice if they brought back those training modes that they cut from Switch Sports. And of course, volleyball, I think they have a good foundation there, and I don't think there's much they're gonna change, but a lot of those, like, maybe beach volleyball would be really nice. Just kind of like these extra quality of life modes to make the mode feel more fresh would be phenomenal, because you've got an entire island. You can put these sports anywhere, and if there's just some generic volleyball court inside of like a resort mall or whatever, like it was in the original, then it is going to be an extremely missed opportunity. Like, it would just be dumb for them to do that. So hopefully they can expand upon volleyball, but as far as the core gameplay is concerned, I don't think they're gonna do much else. And of course, we move on to the big one, for me at least, bowling. I think that bowling is pretty much as perfect as it's gonna get. Again, it would be really nice if we could have different venues. Maybe if they felt more creative, maybe they could expand to bowling outside. I don't know how that would work. I think it would look very silly, but Nintendo does a lot of really goofy things, and I think that if they really wanted to leave a mark on some people and really make this mode extremely different compared to all the other entries, let's go outside, man. Let's go outside. But other than that, 100 pin bowling is an absolute must. I don't know why in God's name they had the special mode and the original, but didn't actually have 100 pin. It's really that much of a deal to me, because again, that was my favorite thing ever, bro. Knocking down 100 pins is the most satisfying thing ever, and it set Wii Sports bowling apart from everything else, because you can't do 100 pin bowling in real life and have it be practical. You'd have to set up 100 pin. It's just not practical. So having that in a game, man, I don't know. It was just so fun. It was different and it was new, and it has that Nintendo charm that Switch Sports just lacked for no reason. Okay, so as I was filming this, Nintendo announced that 100 pin bowling is actually coming back to Switch Sports Resort, and just initial reactions, I am extremely excited for it. It is huge for this game. So yeah, let's get back to the video, but if I bring up 100 pin bowling again, just know that it is actually coming back now. As well, golf, I think you're gonna get pretty much what you saw in Switch Sports. You're gonna get golf, but it's on Woohoo Island rather than a generic golf course. So hopefully that is a plus. And then we've got some new sports. I mean, we had archery and all that, but these are brand new ones. Skateboarding. I think that is going to be how you navigate the island. I don't think it's going to be open world, unfortunately, but skateboarding is definitely interesting. I don't know if there's a skate park. I'd imagine that you'd be able to skate anywhere. Power cruising, this comes back from Wii Sports Resort, or it's in a completely different way. But this is definitely one I'm looking forward to. I loved the one in Wii Sports Resort, and I think Nintendo's gonna cook with this one. I don't know, I feel like this one's gonna be a dark horse for being one of the better sports in this game. Of course, prop plane. Oh boy, yes, we've got the plane game mini game coming back, and hopefully there is a way to turn off the time limit. That would be spectacular. And hopefully there is the mode where you can actually go and collect those stamps that you could do back in the original Wii Sports Resort. It would be phenomenal if Nintendo added that, and I'm assuming that is the central point behind it. And then this brings us to the last sport, which it's a stretch even calling it a sport. Thumb wrestling. I don't know what the hell is going on here. I feel like this was just a comedic relief sport that they just kind of shoehorned in here. I really don't understand why they brought this in. I don't really particularly like it. I think this is going to be more of a meme than anything. But honestly, I think this game could have done without it. I gotta be honest. And of course, the sport that Nintendo focused on in the Direct was thumb wrestling, which, come on, man, there's so much you could have done. Whatever, man. It's fine. But I'm not really looking forward to this one. This one is the biggest outlier of the entire selection of sports here. It just makes no sense why it's here. And I don't think I'm alone in thinking that. So overall, I don't see enough here to warrant you to jump and pre-order this game right away. Again, Woohoo Island is great, but I don't think this package alone is enough. And that is not to say that Nintendo can't announce more. They're probably going to have that September Direct, and I would be surprised if they didn't talk about this from now until release. But as of now, they haven't really confirmed too much to push the needle for me to direct you to buy this. I just don't see this being much different than the original Switch Sports. Could that change? Absolutely. But right now, we haven't seen much of the online mode. I don't know if bowling is going to be the same as it was back with Switch Sports, if they're going to make it like that 16-player Battle Royale mode or anything like that. I don't know. I haven't seen too much from it. And I am very much hoping that Nintendo turns the tide and makes this much more entertaining than it was with Switch Sports on the original Switch. But again, I just don't see much of a difference than what it was 4 years ago. But let me know what you guys think. I am still very much excited for this game, but I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. Please make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more Switch Sports Resort content. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.